Well, hi Virgo, this is Tara and welcome to your Mid-Psychic Tarot Forecast. And I so appreciate your joining me today. I want to apologize. Your and Aries videos are a few days after the original ones I sent out, the other signs I sent out rather. I had some technical problems. So I know some of you asked about Aries and where's Aries and will you please post it? And I, again, had events this weekend plus just technical problems in the very beginning. So anyway, here we are now, and it's still before the mid-month, so I want to go ahead and get this reading done for you guys. Excuse me. This is the Morgan Greer deck I'm using, and I haven't used them in the videos before. Very colorful, simple drawings, but very, very vibrant colors. So let's see what's in store for you all today. I'm going to pull 3 for the spread, and then I'm going to pull some clarification. So let's see what's in store for Virgo mid-month June. The 15th through the 30th. This one wants to come out. Well, I can't tell you how many times this particular card has come out. This has to be a universal message, and I'll go over it. All right, Virgo, and I'll pull the clarification in a minute. So the first card you have is the Tower, and this card really, honestly, has come out half of the readings I've done. Half of the 12 signs I've done is come out in the original spread. So to me that means that a lot of us are seeing some walls coming down. We're seeing some either old beliefs, relationships, sudden changes in our life, but these changes are for the best. Remember this, the Tower card is always a beneficial card. It may not feel like it at first, but a lot of readers look at it as sort of the storm, but then there's calm to follow. There's enlightenment, there's benefits, there's promise, there's hope to follow the Tower card. So I know that some of you are going, oh gosh, what's going on mid-moon? You know, and again, this reading is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Always watch your Moon and Rising as well, as I say. And especially if this doesn't resonate with you, because it will not with everybody, but I'm blown away by this coming up 6 different times in the readings. So I feel like the universe is saying, you know what, you guys, for a lot of you, it's time to let go. It's time to let go of the past. It's time to let go of really what we're in your life is not making you happy. All right, so I'm going to look into crystals so the light change a little bit. There you go. For Virgo, what's been going on? Well, for some of you, just a feeling of emptiness is what I'm getting. And so that empty be in the form of, again, a relationship or empty pockets. I'm hearing for some of you empty pockets. I mean, you Virgos are, a lot of you good at making money, the financial road, but I heard empty pockets, so it might be that your expenditures are high or you're looking for a job, something like that. But I do feel like, that will come about for you. A new position or the money will change. And again, this is in your first position, so we'll take a look at the rest. See what else comes up for you. So yeah, some of you feel like you've been standing on the edge of a cliff and like, which way do I go now? Where's the clear path? Where's the path with no debris? Where's, what's in heart? What do I want to follow? And I think there's going to be some changes for you, whether they're your intended changes, probably not, or maybe you thought about them coming up. But, again, the universe has its own unique way of moving us out of what is not in our highest purpose. So I do see some changes for some of you around mid-June. It might be sudden, it might be shocking. Always make sure to, this card indicates sometimes electrical problems. Just make sure that your house is safe, and if you live in an area that's warm, water, I'm just saying it can indicate some type of heat or more heat than you want. You do have some emotion at the bottom here. See the water that's bubbling up. So it's interesting. It's imploding. This old structure, this old wooden structure is imploding, and there's fire coming out of the top, and there's lightning saying, bolt of change, bolt of, sudden news, whatever comes up. But then there's water to catch you. So don't fear, don't worry about falling. You'll be fine. You'll be safe. All right? All right, so the next card is the Knight of Cups. This, to me, represents a water sign, which would be a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This can be a female, so don't get thrown off by the gender. And the Knights are people who are explorers. Remember, the pages are young dudes. The Knights are the explorers and the adventurers, and then the Queens and Kings have it mastered in the essence. So I feel like there's an opportunity coming to you. This card is facing away from the Tower. So it's like all this is done. And this have come up in early as well. So you have already experienced this. So if you're thinking, wow, I've already had so much stuff happen, is something else going to happen? No, probably not. This is probably something that's already taken place in you for some of you. I am hearing the word pets. So for any of you that are having challenges with your pets, whether it's health problems, the loss of a pet, which I'm, sorry to hear if that's the case. And this could be, I was seeing a dog, but could be cats. I was also hearing the word parakeet. So some of you that, enjoy having domestic birds in your home. I don't know, it just feels like they either need some assistance or they have ill health or need to be taken to the vet, or possibly you work at a veterinarian. So just saying, a veterinary office. Okay, so going back to the Knight is facing away from this. So he's like, you know what? Okay, I've experienced this. This is a person who wants to offer you something different, something that's more in your heart. The cups are about what makes us happy, whether it's a relationship, whether it's, something we love to do, whatever makes us happy and joyous. It could be a social invitation. It could be a wedding. Maybe you're going to a wedding or you've been invited to one. It can be something like that. It can be an engagement or proposal. And sometimes this Knight can be, now when I look at this particular Knight, I don't get this, but sometimes the Knights can be kind of they can overdo it. They can be a little bit mushy or, maybe too romantic. And, some of you are saying, well, how can you be too romantic? But just too sugary, like this might be it. Like they're buttering you up. So discern who's being very kind to you, overly kind to you. Looks like they're wanting to nurture you or be compassionate with you, but you're not feeling it. You're not seeing it from this person, their genuineness. That's what I want to say. It's not like a genuine feeling. It could be. For some of you, it could be. Excuse me. For others of you, it's not. So depending on which Virgo you are. All right? And it's interesting, too, how this particular Knight is facing the Five of Wands. So if this is a proposal or offer or a person who is, again, coming with you with this love or this, we can make it work. I feel like there's this Five of Wands indicates difference of opinions. It might be that it could be a couple different scenarios. Some of you might be getting an offer of either engagement or love interest, and others around you are going, this person's not good for you. This person is harmful, or they're not there for your best interest, or they're there for your money. Sometimes that's the case. It could be that there's arguments between you and this person. It's just interesting to me how this card is facing the different, and you can see this one has an armband on that's like made of metal, and this one has a blue glove, and this one has a draped arm, and so on and so forth. So it feels like different ideas, competitive ideas. It may be, the other thing it may be is you bringing some type of emotional goodness into a situation that someone needs to take leadership. Someone needs to take the bull by the horns I guess you could say, and figure out what needs to go on in this particular organization, in this group setting. Yeah. The other thing this could be, and this card has come up too a lot, this Five of Rods, interestingly enough, this could actually be you trying to decide which opportunity. I don't normally read this card this way, but with this particular deck, when I look at this, I'm feeling that for some of you, it's that you have opportunities. This is one of them. You're getting social opportunities. You're getting opportunities of employment. And which one do I take? So let's draw some clarification cards and let's see what's going on with Virgo. Cards are wanting to jump for you guys today. Right. A lot. Okay, so the Four of Pentacles came up, and the Four of Pentacles has to do, to me, with someone who is really watching their bottom line. They're watching their bank account. Possibly, again, you've been spending money and you don't want to overspend. You're needing to tighten up. There's been expenditures. Maybe you're going on a trip and you don't want to overspend, or you're going to Vegas or, one of the gambling casinos, and you have a budget of how much you want to play with. It could be any type of, I need to watch the bottom line. You're almost feeling like miserly with your money, but it feels like there's a good reason for that. It feels like, if you look at this top pentacle above his crown, and then the three he's holding, and this could be a woman, of course, like I said, you feel the need to do that. Whatever's going on in your life, and this could be about your money as well, the Tower could be, then you're really watching things. Let me look into the crystals. Okay, interestingly enough, this is kind of a little bit opposite than what this card means. I saw some bills stacked up, like, I don't know if they were dollar bills or whatever. It just felt like money stacked up. For any of you that play the lottery, whether it's big or small, if you have a little bit of winnings, I feel like you're very protective of that, which would make sense because people who win, pretty decent amounts, I feel like it's really not a public thing. You don't want to let people know that you're now into the money. That came up. So those bills stacked up. It could also be that there was some sort of possibly inheritance that you come into, or that your family is working out, and you're part of it. You're really watching closely how everybody is divvying up the money and the property. Could be that. Okay. It can also be about your health, so make sure and take care of any problems or issues that come up with you. All right. Okay, Virgo. And then the second card that came up is the Seven of Cups. All right. Well, interesting. I'm looking at this knight, and then I'm looking at the Seven of Cups. And what I first noticed when I looked at the Seven of Cups is this mask. And I was talking about earlier this Knight of Cups being a little bit mischievous. And again, I'm feeling that for some of you. Again, put the comments below. I like the comments. And if you want, share who this person is or what this story is, or if it's different for you. But that was the first cup I saw. And of course, the Seven of Cups is about not being grounded around the opportunities we have, or fantasizing, or is this the best for me? Or is, this one has a wreath, this one has a woman in it, this has a dragon. And it's just very, very, very different opportunities we could be looking at, or situations or social situations that were kind of like in La La Land about, and they might be deceiving as to which one to choose. And it feels like, getting grounded again is like, okay, discern what is best for me. And I feel like this has to do with this Knight of Cups. I'm going to pull a Resolve card here. Okay, this one wants to come out. There were a few. Okay, well, now the King of Cups comes out. Very, very interesting. A lot of cups for you. So emotions going on for you. A lot of you, Virgo, the second part of needing balance is what I'm feeling. This is what I'm getting. And of course, leave in the comments below. But I'm getting not looking at you. He's not possibly looking at your best interest. I feel like the king is. The king has mastered his emotions. The king is sometimes someone who is a doctor, a healer. They're a nurturer, they're compassionate. And again, this could be a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, sun, moon, or rising. This feels like the outcome to all of this that's going on. This King of Cups is a person who is there for you. I felt like the Knight isn't. I feel like the King is. So let me look into the crystal and see if I get anything around this King. Well, he's been vast in his the way he handles his life. And I say handle because I do feel like he could, for some of you, be an older person, or at least older than you are. And when I say vast, he's had a varied life. Lots of opportunity for